Hey, boom, boom, boom. This is Jared and I'm back. Hey guys, man, I am super excited to do this tonight. You guys have no idea. We have a great show tonight. All right, man. I've tried to stay calm about this, but I just can't. All right, it's going to be lit. All right, I've got a great guest. All right, she's got a great story, and we've got a lot of great advocates that are coming on tonight as co-hosts that are showing support for this great kidney warrior. Man, all right, this is going to be great, but I need your help. All right, so please don't be stingy. All right, don't be stingy. Let's not keep this in. All right, everybody wants to do this. Everybody wants to share. All right, everybody wants a piece of the pie when it's this good. All right, people want a piece of this pie, so let's share. All right, everybody wants a slice. Let's get everybody a slice of this because we need to get this out there. So please share this and let's get this out there. Look, I'll make behind the O and a S. I don't know what that means, but all right, let's do this. All right, let's get this going and make sure that we get this party started. All right, and like every party, we got to have fun. All right, so please, I'm going to introduce, so let's give a very Warriors Quest show welcome to some great co-hosts. All right, I'm going to bring on somebody whom I totally admire. She does great work with her nonprofit organization. She's telling me she's had some snow and she's got nothing on me with snow the last couple days. She's from Connecticut. I'm bringing on from Transplant Journey, Jen Benson. All right, here we go. Co-host in the house. Here we go, co-host. Welcome.
working with one of the patients with the transplant journey as well. She's helping me advocate as also. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
Lisa's also a great helper. Yep.
Sweet. Hi, Brenda.
There's Brenda also.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
We have a lot of supporters. Yeah.
Yes, we do. This is awesome.
So
man, we've got a ton of comments, and James Fabian's watching. James, thank you for watching. Especially, man, I've got Timothy watching as well. We've got great people that are connected tonight, and that makes me totally happy, because my passion lies in helping these kidney warriors, and nothing is going to help them more than getting comments and having people share. That adds to more engagement, and more engagement adds to more visibility with the algorithm. So this is awesome.
Yeah,
we've got some love from Steve Belcher. That's cool. All right, so I'm going to bring on some other co-hosts, because we've got a great just a great cast of people that we're bringing on to give her support. And doing this is going to be good, because what happens, and this is why I kind of asked some of these other advocates to come on, is that we draw from different audiences. You may draw some people tonight because of your following. I may draw some people because they like to laugh at my funny looking face, and then other people may, and then other people, may like some other work that Jonathan Traylor does, and Kyle with what he does with and his following. And so we can come together, and by doing this, and we reach other people and other audiences maybe that ordinarily wouldn't watch the Warriors Quest show or Urban Health Outreach Media. And then all of a sudden we're allowing other people that didn't watch before to share. And then Bernadette hopefully gets information out there to people that are inspired to come forward and give her a donor. And that's exciting to me. It really is.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to bring on Jonathan Traylor. I'm going to bring on, if I can, I'll bring Jonathan and Kyle on, and I'll just do one more co-host. Maybe I'll play half of it. I don't know. But I'll bring on Jonathan Traylor, kidney transplant recipient as well, because Jen Benson is a kidney transplant recipient. I didn't add that because I'm so I admire all the stuff you do at Transplant Journey. I would probably focus on that. Yeah. And then we've got Kyle Hockridge. I'm going to bring him on. We'll do a very special welcome, everybody. When they come on, I want to see comments coming in and giving them a welcome as well, because but seriously, I'm appreciative and I'm excited to do this because again, the more we come together, I think the better. And by doing this, we're going to be able to get this out to a lot of people. And again, I get really amped and I get really excited when we have that opportunity, especially for somebody like Bernadette. So let's bring her on, our very special guest. All right. So please, all right, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell button, smash it. All right. And drop a comment. All right. Because that helps with the algorithm, helps with getting this out there and making it visible. So drop a comment, say welcome to any of the co-hosts, and let me know if you like the beard or if you think I can shave this. Just drop a comment in some way. And then I'm going to bring on our special guest and we'll get her story out there and make sure that we have somebody on the internet hear her plea for a living kidney donor. Let's do this. I'm going to bring her on now, everyone. This is going to be fun. All right. So she's from Chicago. She now lives in and around the Boise, Idaho area. It's Meridian for anybody who knows Idaho. And I'm going to bring on Bernadette Forystek. Here we go. Our very special guest, VIP. Well, hello, Bernadette.
Hi, everyone. How are you?
Very well, thank you, man. I'm super excited to have you on the Warriors Quest show. You're in a neighboring state, so when I talk about mountain time, you get it.
Yeah, I do.
It's not as talked about as Central Time or Pacific Time. Mountain Time is kind of like, well, what is that again? So.
I know you're texting me. Okay, mountain time. It'll be 5:30 your time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So we've got a bunch of advocates here, and I'm excited that we do. I advocate because my sister-in-law has kidney disease. Jen Benson, of course, kidney transplant recipient advocate. Jonathan Traylor's advocating, and he's a kidney transplant recipient. Kyle, remind me again and introduce everybody on the Warriors Quest show in regards to why you advocate.
My wife suffers from polycystic kidney disease. And,
all right.
So she's in search of a live donor right now.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, you and I will have to talk. Maybe we can have you on separately on the Warriors Quest show and tell your story. I know that you've been on Jonathan's before, but maybe I can have you on separately.
Okay.
So you do kidney, your merchandise is something that you also do. Tell us a little bit about that.
It started with my wife looking on Facebook and seeing someone with a Kidney Warrior t-shirt. And I said, this is something we could do as well. We also realized that a lot of the market was in the US and not so much in Canada.
All right.
To try and help some Canadians. I mean, my stuff is available for sale in the US and in Europe, if you have any listeners there. We started it and pulled it down, and we started advocating a little more, giving people another place other than Facebook, YouTube, Instagram to put for their story. So we started the Kidney Warriors wall. I actually reached out to Bernadette, and her story is up there on our Warriors wall on our website.
You put it on the wall as well, and you've put her information on. That's cool.
Yeah. So we have the Warriors wall, and it's just another location to place your story.
Mm-hmm.
We also have transplant recipients that we have their story up there. And then there's the backside of the merchandise, which is we created something that if you woke up and you got to go to dialysis or you're just not feeling yourself and you want to feel empowered a bit, we created Kidney Warrior merchandise, and we have stickers and all kinds of stuff, t-shirts, and hopefully that part will just inspire somebody.
Awesome. That's so cool. I appreciate it, man. This is that is outstanding. I knew just a little bit, but I didn't have the full picture. That gives me a better understanding and an idea of what, how you do this and why you do it, man. That's Bernadette. I'm excited to get your story out there. We've got all these advocates here, and we're here to help you and support you. How does that make you feel that you got to have all this support tonight?
I feel very blessed. I feel very blessed and very honored. Very honored to have all you people here with me.
Awesome. Well, in many ways, we're the blessed ones because, the way the way I feel is that this is my calling, and God has allowed me to do this. And the more I serve other people, then I serve my God. And the more I help others, I feel like, I'll be blessed. Not that I solely do that so that I can get blessed, but, it does happen. So I'll be glad to get as many blessings as possible, as long as you get what I call hopefully the biggest blessing of all, which is obviously somebody who comes forward. I'm hoping for
Fingers
that.
crossed, yes.
Yeah. So,
all
right. So what I'm going to do is all of us will still be here, but I'm going to put you solo just a little bit so that you can kind of introduce yourself for those that may not know you.
Okay.
So you told me you're from Chicago originally. Can you kind of help us understand how long you've had kidney disease? Tell us where you're from, where you grew up, and kind of give us an idea of how you found out you had kidney disease.
Okay. I'll make a big attempt here.
All right.
Okay. I'm actually from Chicago, which is the Midwest, the Windy City. And I've had kidney disease now probably, I'll say 15 to 20 years. I didn't really know it was affecting me until I went to a kidney doctor, and he told me that it's just slowly deteriorating. My kidneys are starting to calcify.
Oh, wow.
So when I got to Idaho, I found a really good doctor here. I'm extremely happy with him. So I'm really looking for a living donor, somebody that unselfishness will share with me their organs. I am not a smoker. My numbers range anywhere from 15 to 19 right now, so they're like fluctuating up and down. And I live in Meridian, Idaho now, and I have my husband, which is my sole supporter. I don't really have a lot of people out here, but I do have people that are compassionate and care. So please feel free to join my webpage, and it's a kidney donor needed for Bernadette Forystek.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can get more information. I try to post periodically, but I don't want to bore people too much. I do have 4 children, and I have grandchildren, so I feel like I deserve to live longer and see them grow up.
Absolutely.
So I'm still young.
Yes, you are.
I'm still young.
Absolutely. And of course you are. And you totally deserve it. And and the one thing that I notice that I want to say, Bernadette, is that any photo that I see, either that my brother or Jonathan or anything that I see from you, almost every photo I see, you're smiling. And
thank you.
yeah. And I love that about you. I do. And so it immediately, I'm a people person. And so I try to look at things about people. And, and things that try to get emotion, hence the photo I shared for the backgrounds, because,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's me, crazy one.
because it gets emotion, it shows you, smiling and doing that, and it gets emotion. And when you're smiling like that, it's very good, because it means that you have, you want to live. And
I totally do.
the way you talked about your life and your family and your grandchildren, that totally confirms what I saw with your smiles and everything, is that you totally want to live. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
So tell me a little bit about how long, it's been since you found out you had kidney disease. And
I would say I found out about 10 years ago.
Mhm.
It just progressively, a year and a half ago, or 2 years ago in January, I was OD'd with my back surgery. So that really accentuated my kidney failure.
Wow.
Because I was completely unconscious and
Mhm.
I didn't know what was going on. And it took like a month for me to even get my senses back.
Wow.
So ever since then, it's just been slowly going down, going up, going down, going up, So
Wow.
I try to stay very positive, because if I complain about it, what's going to happen? I got to keep enjoying life,
Yeah.
and enjoying what's going on. Well, on top of that, I have Sjogren's and dermatomyositis, which is 2 autoimmune disease.
Okay.
So
Well,
I totally don't deserve all this.
no. And
Somebody else take it.
but and that's the other thing that I say, and I think everyone will agree, right? Is that when you have kidney disease, it's not the only thing you have,
Right.
right? And
Yeah, exactly.
exactly. It's you battle with a lot of different things, whether it's diabetes, or if it's lupus, or
Thank God I don't have that.
Yeah, I know. But you saying that, okay, totally, it totally reaffirms what I've said all along, is that sometimes people don't understand, unless you're directly connected to kidney disease and you see a loved one going through it. Okay, there are some people that don't quite understand, and they think that maybe, hey, that person's on dialysis, they're fine, but they don't, again, understand that you've got other things going on, and not just the kidney disease.
Yeah.
They
don't understand. They keep saying, well, when are you going on dialysis? I said, well, I don't think I'll ever go on, hopefully, because my veins are too small in my arm and my stomach has too much scar tissue. So they won't do any of that. So they're hoping I really get just to kind of get that out of the way. And steroids affect me really bad. It causes me to go into become a diabetic briefly. I mean, I was in the hospital for 8 days and I had a sugar of over 800.
800?
Whoa.
Whoa.
I should have been in a coma. But I wasn't. I'm good. I can do this.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So it was pretty brutal.
So with your autoimmune disease that you're talking about, have they had to give you, like sometimes when I've had kidney warriors here on my show that have lupus, they've been given like prednisone and things like that. Have you had to take any of that?
I had to take, that's how I found out about, I was given the IVIG with the immunoglobulins. So I did that for almost a year and a half. In order to get that, I had to take steroids. Well, that just totally knocked me out of whack. And finally, my body just said, no, I can't do it. So I said, no more steroids. The doctors always want to give me steroids. And I say, no, I don't. Well, that's an easy fix.
Wow. Right. I mean, when I was playing professional football in the NFL, I had to stop using it. No, I'm kidding. I was never in the NFL, but
you're joking.
I know, yeah. But it's I I have spoken with other kidney warriors who have taken that again because of lupus and some other things, and they experienced what they call, the moon face.
Yeah.
Sometimes some kidney warriors have to take it after transplant. Jonathan, you said you don't have to take that, right?
No, they didn't start me on it because I had never taken it before. So the transplant team in San Antonio, the hospital, the doctor that's head of the program, he doesn't believe in starting you on those if you haven't previously already been on them. And so I did some breathing treatments in the hospital, and ever since then, I haven't needed any steroids. So I'm actually very thankful to that, because I've heard of a lot of different side effects with the steroids long term.
Okay.
Wow,
You can ask transplant centers when you're listing if they treat with a steroid-free regimen. That's something that I recommend to all my patients, that when they're touring transplant centers, that they ask that.
All right.
I am on a steroid-free regimen, and I didn't have to do what Jonathan did. I didn't even do breathing treatments.
Oh, wow.
You didn't do any steroids?
I had none. No.
None. Oh, okay.
And Bernadette, I'm almost 6 months post transplant, and I'm still not on any steroids. So.
Oh, that's awesome. God bless.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's very encouraging.
Yeah, totally.
Lisa Baxter's saying that she's never had to take it either. Or no,
Yeah,
she
and
says I never had until I had a transplant. Okay, maybe I
Okay.
misunderstood that.
Yeah, I never had any, and I'm 5 years post, and I'm like I said, 5 years post, and I've never had steroids.
What did you take in place of it?
I'm on Myfortic, tacrolimus, and Valsite.
Valsite, I've heard of that. Okay.
Yeah.
So they actually just took me off of the Valsite, and soon I'll be going off of my Bactrim at my 6 month mark. My 6 month mark is actually in February, but unless my labs say differently and they need to put me back on something, but yeah, those are what they put me on, the two antiviral medications of Valsite and Bactrim.
Yeah, I was removed off Bactrim also at 6 months.
Yeah.
So you have to take an antibiotic for 6 months?
It's more of an antiviral medication.
That's what I was just going to say.
Yeah.
It's antiviral.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's almost like a precautionary med that they give you, I think, just to help you carry you through until you get, further along.
It's like an antifungal as well that they treat for that. Yeah.
Okay. So Jean's saying right here, if you can read that, guys, that her team had her on 5 milligrams of prednisone and 19 months post transplant here. She's saying she started at 30 milligrams, and then and she had what we are talking about here, the big time moon face, as she says. So great information, Jen. She's saying, listen to Jen about asking about steroid-free plans. So that's great information. I like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't want to have to do what do you call it? Insulin. I did that for like almost a month.
Yeah, because in a lot of cases, for people, the steroids do cause type 2 diabetes.
Yeah.
So that's problematic.
You're saying that's pretty common.
Also,
as well.
The rejection medication also can kind of mess with your sugar levels as well. I've noticed an increase in my sugar levels. As a matter of fact, when I got a working kidney, the sugar's stored differently in your body once you have a working kidney. And
really?
And if you have type 2 diabetes, you'll see an increase. So when I was on dialysis, of course, the dialysis will wipe the sugars completely out of your blood. And of course, my A1C was, 4.5, which was, basically a really normal A1C. But sure enough, after I got the kidney transplant, they had to up my diabetes medication because of the working kidney storing the sugars differently in your body, which I'm grateful for that. It's just something that I had to, another obstacle I had to tackle. I was become diabetic again, but the trade-off was, no longer on dialysis, and I'm living my best life that I can with kidney disease.
Yeah, it's a good trade-off.
Yeah.
Are you still doing insulin?
No, I'm taking oral medication. I'm on Tradjenta and glibazide, And I also am really strict with my diet and exercise. I exercise about 5 days a week.
Yeah, I see that you're always walking.
Yeah, I'm walking, lifting weights, sometimes a light jog, ride bikes, all that type of stuff. Once you get all your energy back, you'll be running around again like a spring chicken, I'm telling you.
Nice.
Oh wow.
And just so people understand, your A1C is a measurement of your blood sugar levels, and that's an average that is taken every 3 months. That measures your blood sugar levels, your daily blood sugar levels over a 3-month period. So people know what an A1C level is.
Okay.
Thank
Now
you
you
for.
don't get any more insulin, Jen?
Sorry?
You don't get any more insulin?
I don't take insulin anymore because I had a pancreas transplant
Okay.
as well with my kidney transplant. Yeah.
That's right. You had this.
Wow.
It was the simultaneous kidney and
Right.
pancreas, right? Okay.
Yep, correct.
Wow.
Yeah.
From the same donor. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's amazing. Was it
Yeah.
a live donor or a deceased?
No, it was a deceased donor because of the pancreas transplant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And how long did you have to wait?
I waited 7 years, unfortunately.
No.
But the average wait for a kidney and pancreas is about 18 months. Yeah.
Oh wow.
For both?
Yeah, for both. Depending what area of the country you live in. Yeah. And I was listed in New York. Yeah.
So in Canada, the average wait for a deceased donor is 5 years plus.
5 years
Oh,
plus.
wow. Wow.
And in San Antonio, Texas, I was told 6 to 8 year wait for a kidney. Of course, I was type O negative. So of course, the most common blood type being
Is
O.
O. Yeah.
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 So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually A positive, but I can take A or O.
Right.
yes.
Yeah.
Right.
And then of course, there's always the paired exchange program as well.
Correct. You're absolutely right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's and that's what I wanted to talk about a little bit more because we all know that a lot of the major hospitals, you know, very few of them have I ever encountered except for the smaller ones that don't do the paired exchange program.
Mhm.
So, you know, so Jen, can you talk a little bit more about that? Do you mind talking about how, you know, how that happens and how UNOS or all these procurement organizations, how they can help us out that way with the paired exchange program?
UNOS right now is actually just started. It was supposed to happen in December, and then it was pushed. Actually, not the paired exchange, but I will talk about the kidney allocation rules that are going into effect, which was supposed to happen in December. It was then pushed to January and has now been, unfortunately, pushed again to February.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll cross our fingers.
Yeah.
They're trying to make the kidney allocation rules more patient friendly. So what they're trying to do, because SJ Day just commented, weight less is less for kidney and pancreas, right? It is, yeah. But they're trying to change the rules and change the radius to 250 square miles, so that people can have greater access to the pools, so that you don't have to travel as far. The range that the offerings will go out is 250 miles. So that certain centers, for example, multi-listing used to be in the patient's best interest. So for example, in my situation, I listed at different centers across the country because the wait list in New York was so long. It was sometimes 7 to 10 years to get a kidney because kidneys are obviously the most sought after organ, like we all know and we're all experienced.
Exactly. Yeah.
So for example, for myself, I chose to list at University of Minnesota because they had a lesser wait list. So now, because they're changing these rules, they're pooling from 250 miles. So because the wait list might be less at Johns Hopkins, for example, and it's closer to New York, people who were disadvantaged, who couldn't, say, afford to travel. When a kidney was offered at Johns Hopkins, they're now being offered that organ when the call comes in that they're a match for this kidney that's in the proximity of Johns Hopkins. They will get that same call offer if they're a match, and it will be flown to them or transported to them in New York.
Wow.
So this increases their odds of possibly getting that organ. That's something that's going on. That's something that's going on with UNOS. So that's a huge benefit to kidney patients.
That's
huge benefit for them.
The kidney train or
kidney chain. You're talking about a kidney chain. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. The kidney chain is huge. That happens, for example, if a donor steps forward to them and they're not an exact match, they can be enrolled and they will donate on their behalf. And since they're not a match, they can donate to someone else. And then in that moment, it will go to someone who's an exact match. And then someone who matches them will then donate for them. And when their match comes up, it will go to them. And it will then kind of go down the line. So it will be like a domino effect. That's the benefit of that. There's a great organization called the National Kidney Registry that certain transplant centers participate in. And I recommend that people look into the National Kidney Registry. It's the nationalkidneyregistry.org. If you do have a donor and you are not a match, that you step forward and see if your hospital that you're listed at participates with them. They partake in a lot of chains. The usual wait when you list with them is 6 months, and they will find a match. They will find a match for you.
Wow.
So if
I
you
am
are on
digging
dialysis,
this information, man. This is awesome, Jen.
So
do you actually have
thank
to go
you.
on the website to sign up or what?
Yeah, you can go on their website and sign up, or you can talk to the coordinator at your hospital to see if they participate with the National Kidney Registry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's of no cost to you and your donor.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The centers participate with the National Kidney Registry. All you need is to have a donor, like I said, if you're not a match, but they will pair you up with a match that works for you on your behalf. Yeah.
So
Okay.
let me ask
So
you,
that's very informative.
Go ahead, Jonathan.
so basically if the donor is not a match, they can go ahead and
They
donate
will
their
match
kidney.
on your behalf.
Uh-huh.
Yep. And they will be matched to someone else that is a match for them.
Okay.
And
So
sometimes that will create a chain that
Uh-huh.
is 3, 4, 5, 6 people along. And that will happen all across the country. Yeah.
But if there's not a kidney available, in a sense, they'll owe you a kidney? Is that
Correct.
what happens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Correct.
Okay.
And you will be given a voucher so that when that kidney becomes available, you will be awarded that kidney. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That sounds amazing. Sounds like an amazing program.
It is. It is.
So sorry if I can. One of the laws that has changed here in Canada, our first province just did it. When you're born now in Nova Scotia, you're an automatic organ donor. Yeah, you have to opt out of it.
Or opt out. Yeah.
You have to opt out. You're
sure what the wording
automatically.
is for Canada. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to opt out of it, and it's coming countrywide. So we're hoping that this will bring more, not just kidneys, but organs to the people in need. And we have the same program here, the paired exchange.
Okay.
But the downfall is if I match for Bernadette because I'm in Canada, I can't go down there. And if her husband matched for my wife, she can't come up here.
Yeah.
We can't
Crossing the
exchange
borders, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's I hope that we can change that because I mean seriously, I mean It's still North America, but yeah, it's still international technically. But yeah, I hope that can change sooner than later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not only that, but I wish that, the United States would consider making that a law as well. For to basically, you're an automatic donor, and then you have the option to opt out. Hey, I would vote for that for sure.
I'm all over that, but some people want some people want the option to begin with instead of having to say, I want to opt out. But I see pros and cons, but I obviously, with what Kyle is stating is you can still opt out, so it's not like
Right.
you have to do
Yeah.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You
I had 2 donors at one time, and they both ghosted me.
Oh my gosh, that is
Just as
so
they're
deflating.
following through, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
so that's
It's
terrible. But
my sister-in-law went through that, and it's an emotional thing when that
oh my
happens.
gosh, it is. Yeah, it's terrible. And
The
just
only
like
thing,
the 2 alert calls from Utah, and you're like frantic getting everything ready. Oh my God, I got to call the dog sitter. I got to do this.
Yeah.
And around like a crazy lady, and then I get the call in the afternoon going, "Oh, it's canceled." I'm like,
Oh wow,
"Oh,"
it's so frustrating.
Yeah, it is very frustrating.
I think for so many patients, it really is an emotional roller coaster ride
Mhm.
when you're that close. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
the only other part that I really hope for you guys in the US, in Canada, after meeting many of you, and Jonathan knows, in Canada, when you're diagnosed with kidney disease, the first thing you do is start looking for your donor. You don't even go on dialysis yet.
Yep.
You could have 40% kidney function, start looking for that donor.
Wow.
They throw you in the testing right away. My wife had 40%, and they started testing.
Wow,
for
that's
getting
awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's brilliant education, I think. It's absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
Yes. And one thing I would like to say, Bernadette is signed also with kidneysolution.org. And that's one thing that we advocate for right away is preemptive transplant. And we try to help patients that are in Bernadette's situation. I mean, we also help patients that are on dialysis.
Right.
But our main focus right now is trying to, assist patients that are preemptive, because we believe firmly in trying to, push that patients don't need to wait until you're told you need dialysis to start looking for a donor. You need to start looking for a donor right away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I started actually a year ago advocating for myself, trying to get a donor and all that stuff. So it's very hurtful at times, very hurtful.
Yes.
It puts so much strain on the body. If you can avoid it at all costs, you really should.
Yeah. Okay. I'll drink my tea.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Jen, you used the term roller coaster, and I've used that term before too, because it's an emotional roller coaster, and then again she's also dealing with this autoimmune problem that she's talking about, and so she's I kind of want to talk and kind of bring that to light, is that people need to understand that this is a real struggle. And one of the reasons why I call this the Warrior's Quest show is quite literally because I feel like kidney disease patients do fight every day, whether it's emotional, and then it's physical because of underlying things or pre-existing conditions that go along with your kidney disease.
And I just want to pull my eyeballs out. They're so dry. I put so much eye drops in and stuff. I'm like tired of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think people don't realize the emotional toll it takes on you. It's not just the physical being that you go through. It's you're trying to remain strong for yourself You're trying to remain strong for your family, for your friends, for the doctors, because sometimes you're supporting a family. Sometimes you're keeping up this persona that you have.
Right.
So and you just feel like sometimes, you also have with kidney disease, you have this exhaustion as well, and you have this mental fog that you're also fighting through.
That's normal. The mental fog. I'm not just losing my mind.
No.
No. I mean,
No.
that's a daily battle. I used to call it, dialysis brain, but you're not on dialysis. Those are some of the toxins that are starting to take over because your kidneys are not functioning at their regular levels that you're trying to fight through and
You're
plug
exactly
through
right.
on a daily basis. So you have all of this that's constantly compounding and weighing on your shoulders on a daily basis. And it's physically exhausting to get through this all the time. Yeah. So these are just bumps and hiccups, and you're constantly climbing to get your way out of this. And to most people, you come across perfectly healthy because you don't have tubes. You don't have tubes coming out of you, and so people think you're perfectly healthy.
Right.
And that's what I think is so difficult to explain to people. No one understands that.
I tell people,
with
come
chronic
inside
kidney
and
disease.
see what's going on inside my body. I mean, don't look at the outside. I mean, can be slapped on or whatever, but inside, I'm just like crumbling.
Exactly. Exactly.
And one of the things to help deal with that is having a strong support system. So, Bernadette, who would you say that is your support system right now?
Right now, well, my husband, and then I have a few friends that I talk to, but I hate to be that whiny, bitchy person. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm always whining. I don't want to whine. Let me drink wine or something. I don't know. I don't know. I know that my husband gets very stressed when I talk about not feeling well, and it really bothers him because he would be lost without me. And I'm not trying to flatter myself or anything. He would be totally lost. He does not know how to pay a bill. I sit there and I pay bills and I go, okay, shh, don't talk to me, let me do this. And he's like, oh my God, what am I going to do if you're not around to pay the bill? I'm not around, I'm not going anywhere. God help me. But I don't know.
And this is the reason.
And I have all you guys, so I can call out and complain to you.
I say this to everyone who's watching. This is why I created the Transplant Journey, and it's based on people who have walked in the shoes of patients who are going through it now, because we can relate to all these struggles and frustrations because we've been through this. We can relate. We know what it feels like to have these difficulties and these exact same emotions. We've heard these things, but you don't look sick. You look great. What are you talking about?
I know. That's why I'm very cautious about posting picture, because I'm like, oh, I don't want to look too good. Maybe I should put the black blue around my eyes or something. I don't know. They're actually pink.
No, I get it. I do. But, you've got to be real.
Yep.
I sat with a patient and had to explain to his wife, because his wife didn't believe him, that he was so tired and exhausted. She thought he was faking his exhaustion because he looked perfectly fine.
Right.
And I had to justify that he was really sick. She thought he was over exaggerating.
It's okay to bitch to us.
Yeah.
So,
Can you see that?
I love that. I'll bring that up. I'm going to bring that up one more time because I think it's good to. I think it's good to laugh, and I love this. We are here for you, Bernadette. You're not alone. We are your family. It's okay to bitch to us. So,
thank you very much.
Yes, but I want to comment and kind of confirm what Jen has said, and because I firmly believe in that. I do, because there's so many good things that come from having somebody who is in the trenches with you, so to speak. Okay, somebody who can understand and relate to what you're going through because that person's been through it or is going through it now.
Right.
And when you have that and you sense that from somebody else, like a Jen Benson, somebody else who is speaking with you, Jonathan Traylor, or whoever else that is commenting now, Gene Syme, okay, Don Kurkowski.
Yep.
And thanks for watching on YouTube, by the way, Don. That helps our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I love Don Kurkowski. She's great.
Hey, Don.
So when you get somebody who literally, all right, can understand, all right, because I have a sliver of understanding just because I've seen what my sister-in-law goes through, but I don't have the whole picture, if you know what I mean. And so,
Right.
so when I bring co-host on, and when I have our followers comment, what it does is it gives so much more to you for support, because what I'm trying to, sometimes I struggle with the word to how to describe what this can do, but it brings a unity, I guess is what I'm trying to say, is that when you feel like you're not alone, okay, there's a unity that happens. And it's so important to feel like you're not alone. And that happens when you have Jen Benson talking about what she just said, that, you know, and she was talking to a patient and trying to, you know, explain, did you say to the husband, or I'm forgetting now, Jen, I'm sorry. But
I had to explain to the wife that he
the
wasn't
wife,
exaggerating
okay, there we
how
go,
tired
yeah.
he was. Yeah.
Right, because you felt that previously. You know what I mean? And you knew and understand it. And that's so powerful. And that's one of the things I like about having co-host on and having people comment here. And so please continue to comment, everyone. Please drop a comment. And if you're a kidney transplant recipient and you remember that, comment. And if you currently are struggling with this sort of, you know, fogginess of memory or what have you, and you currently have that, please comment, because that's, again, what I want is I want her to understand that she's not alone. Okay, because if you don't feel like you're alone, okay, it creates hope. Okay, and one of the biggest things I love
Well, thank
about
you. Thank you very
doing
much.
this is creating hope.
Yeah.
And can I get an amen?
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
So, just to tag along with what you're saying, Jared, being a husband of a kidney warrior, the sad thing with polycystic kidney disease is it's a genetic disease.
Right.
So, I watched my father-in-law be a husband of a warrior until my mother-in-law lost her battle with kidney disease. I've seen my wife's aunts and uncles go through it.
Wow.
And so I kind of got pre-educated on how to help out and understand what, why is my wife on the couch today?
Right.
I kind of know why. But for anyone else out there who's, a supporter of someone fighting kidney disease, the biggest thing I learned is listen. Listen to what she's saying to me. Listen to what she wants. We have 2 young children. We've had plans to go to a park, and she just can't do it that day.
Right.
And realize,
Wow.
okay,
Yeah.
there's no problem with that. Let's find something around the house to do. So you learn how to support as well.
Right. No, I get that. It's just
And I think the other thing that's also key is not only do you need support, but the spouse also needs a strong
caretaker, yeah.
support system.
well, I think that's part of the problem here, because he doesn't really have that many friends here, because he's very much a homebody and he's with me 24/7. But anyway,
But
You know,
but,
I'll connect with you and we can have a Zoom call and he can let it out on me, no problem.
is that what you're doing? Okay.
yeah.
Jared.
You guys can change numbers.
Yeah.
Jared. I wish my wife could have joined on the show because she was my personal caretaker.
Right. She could talk about it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and I was a bear before I had kidney issues, and then after I got kidney issues, I became even more of a bear.
Became a bigger
And
grizzly.
so, yeah, and my wife, she had to deal with a lot with me because she was my caretaker. She helped me with my medicine, and she helped stick me when I went on home hemodialysis. And I mean, she was, my home nurse, and not only that, but she was my wife, right? So,
Okay,
but
all
yeah,
right.
I think there was times that she even herself, I think she needed someone to talk to as well.
Right.
Oh,
Somebody
it's time for
finished
someone to take their medication.
Yeah. That's
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
That's it. It's time for the Prograph and Cell Set.
all right.
I know the alarm. I know the alarm too well.
So, Jonathan, because you've been
That's
through it, if something happened to your wife, you would understand it better. Is that correct?
Oh my God, Bernadette, I'd be totally lost. I'm her third child, so you can only
I know.
imagine. Yeah.
He's my fifth. Well, and then I have two dogs, so fifth, sixth, seventh. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the big boy. I'm the oldest child, so you can only
Okay.
imagine.
the oldest child.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's funny. So, Bernadette, the fogginess of memory is one that I hear often. Now, I advocated a bit, and this person whom I advocated for just recently got a kidney transplant from a deceased donor, Angel. Her name is Barb Lundberg, and she started in a preemptive way to try to find a kidney donor as well. So she also had fogginess of memory well before she had to go on, ever had to necessarily go on dialysis. And it sounds like, again, this has been an issue, but can you talk to us a little about maybe some other things? Like, is there any insomnia? Do you struggle with anemia, or what are some other things maybe that we can talk about so that others that aren't familiar with this disease that they can kind of relate?
I don't sleep. Yeah, totally. I'm just like, and then I wake up the next day and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I'm just so tired.
Mm-hmm.
I keep going and going. And then I crash the next day,
Yeah.
Got to do what you got to do,
So I've been told again that this has something to do with the toxins as well, and just messing you with your equilibrium. Is that right?
Well, I wear a hearing aid and I have a cochlear implant on my other ear.
Mm-hmm.
So I have no idea about equilibrium. My ears are jacked
All
up.
right. Okay.
Gotta bring some humor in,
No, I like that. So again, I'm a big proponent of being yourself and being real. Being real doesn't not always mean smiling, but even if it does mean smiling and you smile and laugh, then at least you're being real. Being real means if you have to cry, then you cry.
Oh, I can do that real easy. Yeah.
Because that's being real is something that sometimes we struggle with. At least I do, because I feel as though especially with my beloved wife. Okay, I want to always portray the best me, right? But sometimes, the best me isn't always, the me that I'm feeling at the time may not be the best me. You know what I mean? So,
right, yeah.
I think as people, sometimes we feel as though sometimes we can't project how we're really feeling, and that's messed up. And I think that's it's good if we can be real. So, and
Well, thank you for that, because I feel like I'm a very real person.
well, you know, that's why I wanted to kind of talk about when you said I hate to complain and be negative, but you know, if you're real, then that's okay. Because if you have to hide your feelings, or if you feel as though you can't express yourself, then that also can become a toxin. Because if you're holding it in, you know, that can also it can actually deflate you mentally. And then we're
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about that emotional
Yeah,
roller coaster again.
Right. I agree with that. I do. Yeah. I just, I don't know. I listened to my friend who has lupus. She just found out maybe a year ago.
Okay.
And it's every other day. Oh, I'm sick. I'm this, I'm that. And I'm like going, oh my God, you know, Bernadette, stay calm, you know. And a couple times I snapped at her and I'm like, no, I'm just being honest. You know, what are you doing? And then I go, you can't run to the ER every 5 minutes. Oh, I stubbed my toe. I better go to ER.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what? I broke my toe. I stayed home and taped it up.
well, if you're close,
Canada, you
you're
run to the ER.
good. Hopefully, you were able to, you know, say it, and then maybe at least have her appreciate your feedback and honesty.
Oh, she does. She loves me to pieces. I know that, but sometimes I get so frustrated. I'm like, okay, I need somebody to ask me how I'm doing. How am I doing? Am I okay?
That's important too. It
Yeah.
is.
And I don't get that. Yeah, but that's all right. Their time will come. Whoever that might be.
That's why this whole circle is so important, and I think that's why, you know, we're all here to support you and looking for a kidney donor, and that's why you found us all to help you, and I think that's what's really
Thank you.
important.
Yeah. So Bernadette, where are you currently?
Somebody asked if I had restless leg syndrome. No, I don't. No swollen feet, no swollen legs, nothing. So I was just reading a comment.
Mm-hmm.
So Bernadette, where are you currently listed at?
I'm listed at the University of Utah and as Swedish, but Swedish is not that active or proactive, I guess would be. Where Utah, they've already called me a few times, and you know, I check in with them, and then I get a call from my coordinator last month, which kind of really threw me for a loop. She goes, when your numbers are over 20, you have to call me. I go, what?
What?
I go, what are you talking about? She goes, I'm looking right at it. It says you're at 24. I go, for Bernadette Forystek? And she goes, yeah, I'm looking right at it. It was a year ago.
Oh, no.
I'm lying. I'm like, seriously, why would I lie to you?
Yeah.
This is my life.
They're talking about the GFR, right?
I'm sorry?
They're talking about the GFR.
You're breaking up.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
The GFR, is that what you're talking about?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, she said it was at 24, and I'm sitting there and I'm pulling it up. I go, no, it's not. I'm looking right at it right now. Right now. I'm looking at it right now. See? See, I'm on the phone, but I'm like trying to prove a point.
Uh-huh.
I was just so aggravated. And we were out to dinner, and I'm like, I'm going to talk about ruining your dinner.
Sure, I can understand that. It's like you were, you know, having, you know, your dinner, and then all of a sudden you get that call, and it gets you in a different headspace. Mm-hmm.
And then she goes, oh, I'm sorry. It was last year. I go, okay, that wasn't very funny, because I'm not laughing today. And I laugh all the time. No.
Bernadette, you know what we should find out next time you talk to your coordinator? We need to ask them what your PRA number is.
That is a good question.
What is that?
That'll tell us how highly sensitized you are when we're looking for your living donor. Like since you've had kids, and if you've ever had any blood transfusions, that'll tell us how difficult.
I had a cleft palate, and they had to do a blood transfusion.
Okay, but it's obviously been a long time, but that'll just give us an idea how difficult you will be to match with the
What is
living
it called?
donor.
The PRA?
PRA. Mm-hmm.
PRA. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay. All right. I just wrote that down because I'll forget.
panel reactive, and I forget
Antibodies.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
What is it?
Panel reactive antibody level.
Mhm.
Oh, would that be on any of my labs? No.
It might, but it's something that they'll probably have to do like a deeper dive when you had your first evaluation done.
Well, I just had
like
another evaluation done, so I'm wondering if it's on that.
it's probably deep into your blood labs.
Oh,
it won't be
okay.
on it won't be on a general like monthly lab or anything like that. It was probably on
Oh,
a really
okay.
big, like 20 vials deep into that type of.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Dig a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
that's good to know. PRA. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good thing to know, because it kind of determines who your donor can be.
Yeah. Right.
What do you mean? How does that determine?
It'll just tell us like how difficult. We'll have to kind of look for if it's going to be really difficult to match. Like if it's going to be a really challenging hunt for you to look for a donor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Sam.
Okay. Yeah. She just scared me.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry. It's
my
not good.
God.
It's not. It's
I'm
not
just
good. It's not
saying.
bad. It's not good. It's
Right.
not bad.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's
It's
a
just
valid.
an indicator. It's just an
Right.
indicator.
Okay.
That's all it is. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Jen.
No, I agree though. It's a good question to ask, because what may happen if it's not asked is that you get a potential donor and then later you're having a problem matching up well, and then it can actually be very deflating because you didn't know that may happen. And so if there's anything you can prepare for, it's always good to know a little bit before, so that again, it's you always want to keep an even sort of balance, okay, as much as possible. Don't get too up, don't get too down. But again, if you can be prepared for something that's not going to be good, at least you know in advance, and it's going to be better to overcome that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well,
I feel like the more knowledge you have, the better off you are.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
definitely.
exactly. Right.
Yeah. I think when I got my 2 calls, I asked the nurse, I said, so am I a match? And she said, you're a perfect match. So I don't know what that means, but that's what she said.
Was this the University of Utah that said that, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So because my first call was, it was a young child. Obviously they won't tell me anything, but it was a young child, and they said I probably would have got both kidneys.
Yeah.
And they said that was a perfect match.
Yeah.
And I asked that. And then when I found out it was a child, after they told me in the afternoon, I felt like I was crushed. And I'm like, oh, this poor baby, or whatever he was.
Right. Overall. Yeah.
No, it was very sad, and I just it takes me another 3 days to try to get over that little emotional rush. And my husband's moping around. I'm like, hey, this is my organ.
So Bernadette, I have a good friend in Kentucky. I was friend with the family for many years. I have his kidney right now.
Oh, you do? That's what kidney you got?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, that's awesome.
And when I first got the call, it was very bittersweet, because first I was sad that I had learned of his passing, but also, his sister called me and she was very distraught. But after speaking with my advocate, he told me these exact words. He said, Jonathan, somebody's going to get this kidney. You better take this kidney. This is your opportunity. And that somebody needs to be you, because it's been offered to you. And this is God's way of saying, here's your opportunity. You better take it. And I took it. And
awesome.
I haven't looked back since, but I did have a feeling of remorse and kind of,
Right.
apprehensive at first. But
Mhm.
I'm so glad I took that opportunity.
So that's all normal. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
See,
Yep.
even someone else is talking about your smile.
What?
I was just saying that CJ is mentioned that you've got a good smile.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
SJ.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How do you say his name?
SJ.
SJ. Okay. Yeah, that's very nice of him. Thank you, SJ.
SJ is a mentor for Transplant Journey. He's a heart recipient.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, he's
So-
a mentor for anyone who's coping with in the need of a heart transplant.
Well,
Oh,
thanks.
wow.
Sam, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you,
Oh,
SJ.
there you go. Okay. Thanks, Sam. I can't even imagine. Oh my goodness.
Sam is an amazing advocate.
Anybody else? Anybody want warm weather? Well, Jonathan, I'm not talking to you.
I'm just showing a comment. So thanks is what thanks, Jan. So.
Yeah. Everybody else is in cold weather, but you.
Jonathan.
God bless Texas. God bless Texas.
Hey, anyway, I thought you were coming over for prime rib dinner.
I'm telling you, during the holidays when you were cooking, I think it was prime rib. I was ready. I was ready to step on a plane.
I remember you saying something like that, and I almost thought you were serious. Do you remember that, Jonathan? And I had to ask you if you were serious. Yeah.
Because
I was ready to.
By the way.
Yeah, I was ready to celebrate. I was gonna, start doing this little yellow squiggly thing because I was happy. But then you had to let me down and tell me it wasn't true. I thought, man, if he's going to Idaho, maybe I can have him stop by Utah,
Idaho,
and say what's up, Jared. But
and I'm not too far from the airport, so you don't have to worry. Nothing's in the airport.
We'll see how the rest of the year goes with this COVID ordeal, and then you never know. You never know. We may see each other one day.
This COVID better get better.
Yeah. God willing. God willing.
And yeah, many prayers. And my sweet son, who's 10 years old, it's so refreshing. It kind of makes you feel good as a parent when you hear him when we do a prayer, and he's praying that that God helps people who have COVID and helps us solve this problem. But maybe I'm doing something right. I don't know, but I hope so. But so I was okay. I'm showing another comment here. So get vaccinated. Amen. Let's slow this down. So Bernadette, so when you get the call from the University of Utah, and if it's a living donor or a deceased donor angel, I'm like 40 miles away from Salt Lake City. I'm not that far away, so you got to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to hook up and stay there.
Yeah, I'd be happy to get, come by, give you flowers, or this, that, or the other. And
I love flowers.
Yeah. So, and Kyle, by the way, I've got this kind of is a connection for both you, Bernadette, and Kyle. Is I have a brother who has PKD, and then I have a uncle, and my uncle lives in Meridian. I mentioned that offline a bit ago.
Right. Yeah.
I have an uncle that lives in Meridian, and he has PKD, and so I have a couple, an uncle and a brother who has PKD, and then I've got a sister-in-law, of course, and so that, but the Meridian is where my uncle lives. That's not far away.
Meridian? Where in Meridian?
I'd have to look at the address, but I think it's not far away from the interstate because he's taking like photos and stuff. So I it's not far away. It's kind of that part of the
Oh,
general.
okay. So he's west.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I used to live there, and then we built out in Eagle, and then
Okay.
we moved to Meridian.
All right. All right. I know where Eagle's at. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Eagle was very expensive.
Yes. Yes. I was just going to say it's a little bit more affluent and more high demographic. Yeah.
Yeah. I was losing too much money, but I made it when I sold my home. So I guess that helped.
All right. Well, we're really we've gone a little over than normal, but we had more people, and so I'm seriously so happy we did this because with everybody coming together again, my passion and my excitement, my enthusiasm is that we can get this information out there more successfully because of all of our following, and collectively we can get this out there. And so I just want to again, I really think right now that we've been able to do that, and we've had a lot of good comments. We've had some people showing support, and I'm thankful for that. I really am. But because
me too.
Yeah, I mean,
you have to go outside. Sorry, I gotta let my dog out.
No, you're fine. I was gonna ask what breed of dog, but I'll ask you when you come back because I love dogs. But I want to show my enthusiasm because I think this has been great, and I'm so happy we did this. So I'm going to show this right now. Thank you for coming on. And
thank you. Anytime.
Yeah, I mean, everybody, come on. It's been good, right? Come on.
Oh yeah, it's been great.
Absolutely.
It's been a very, very good
talking
interview.
to all of you.
Yeah.
And finally meeting you, Kyle. I talked to Jonathan before, and Jared, I call you all kinds of names. I don't know who you are anymore.
It's okay. People get me and my twin brother mixed up.
Oh my God, we won't go there. Oh my God!
Yeah, don't get me started because that's happened ever since I was a kid. So I get that.
Mm-hmm.
And and I'd be remiss, for not having thanked Gene for your great comments. SJ, of course, Don Kurkowski. My twin brother's got a comment here. I'm going to bring him up. What up, twin? Please comment, share this broadcast. Yeah, so my brother from the same mother, my brother from the womb.
Your brother's from the same mother, not from
That's right.
Mother. Okay.
That's right. And I have much love and respect for him. He's got so much passion for what he does, and man, he puts his heart and soul into helping and advocating people. And I appreciate everything that my twin brother does, man. But anyway, thank you, Jen Benson. Thank you
so much, Jared.
Kyle. You're welcome.
Thank you, Jared.
Thank you.
Bye, Jonathan. Bye, Kyle. Nice meeting you guys. Bye.
So I'm going to let you guys go, and then I'm going to have you guys will be in the backstage where you can still listen, but I'm just going to have Bernadette give some shout outs and, and I don't know, say what she wants at the end. Okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Jared.
Thanks again, guys.
All right.
Thank you so much for having us, Jared.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks
guys.
for the opportunity. God bless you.
You're welcome. Hold on.
Wow.
I meant to show this before. I'll bring him back just momentarily. Hold on. All right. You guys rock. You rock. Okay.
Woo! Yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay. I wanted to do that while Kyle was there, so I brought him back. Okay.
Okay.
There we go. You guys rock.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Thank
All
you.
right. Well,
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Sooner, and I
Thanks
like
again,
y'all.
guys.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
All right. Thanks, Jen.
All right. Bye.
All right. So, oh, sorry. Jen's back. No, my bad. I pressed the wrong button. You'll be backstage. My bad. All right. So Bernadette, so just a moment here where I'm going to have you give your shout outs, say thanks to people. And then maybe if you want, just your plea for your family, your grandchildren, and maybe just kind of your request for someone who may be watching that you would like to let them know why you're looking for a living kidney donor again, and just your plea before. So shout out some plea maybe, or whatever you want to say.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much. So I would like to say to everyone, thank you for your wonderful, wonderful comments. And they were very heartfelt. And Jen and Jonathan and Kyle and, of course, Jared, I got his name right. And the reason I want a living donor is I think life will last longer for me. So, and I want that because I want to see my grandchildren grow up. And thank you so much for hosting and having me on the show. And it was a great pleasure. And I hope we can do it again.
Amen. Amen to that, man.
Thank
Seriously.
you.
You're welcome.
All right. You take care.
All right. Thanks, Bernadette. Have a good evening. All right. And please hit me up when this happens. I'm not going to be far away here in Utah. Okay.
Okay. I will. I got your number now.
Yes, you do. Yeah. You can just text me or call me. All right. I'll answer.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, you guys, man, we've heard from a very special kidney warrior. Bernadette's story is awesome. You know, you've heard her plea, and you've heard her talk about everything in her life and why she wants a living kidney donor. So please, let's get this out there. Share it to as many people as possible. All right. Don't be stingy. All right. Share this. Get this information out there as soon as to as many people as possible. Let's get this out to the masses. All right. I appreciate all that you do to make this a success for kidney warriors who are spotlighted on this show. Okay. Thank you for your following. Thanks for everybody for making this rock. All right. Seriously, this is my passion. I love doing it, and I wouldn't be able to do it without you all. So thank you again. All right. I'm gonna find the outro here. Bear with me. All right, here we go. Here's the outro.